to night number 24 of History Bedtime Stories in bed in our pajamas. Today on my walk, I went past the John R. intersection. And John R is a really peculiar street name in the city of Detroit because it's not John Roberts or John Riley. It's simply John R. and then a period. And it got me thinking maybe people have wondered who this John R. is for all of these years. In fact, his name was John Williams, and he was the first elected mayor of the city of Detroit. Before that, our mayors were appointed. He served 3 terms and remains the only Detroit mayor to ever do it. First from 1824 to 1825, then 1829 to 1830, and finally 1844 to 1846. And the R in his name stood for absolutely nothing. His name was John Williams, but there was already an older, more established John Williams in town, so he gave himself a middle initial simply to differentiate himself. He picked R because he thought John R. Williams sounded good. It sounded dignified, like a man you'd vote for to become City of Detroit's mayor. He was actually a born Detroiter. He was born in the city in 1782. At the age of 14, he joins the Army in 1796 and remains in the military till 1799. Following his discharge honorably from the Army, he comes back to Detroit and he goes into business with his uncle, Joseph Campo. Now, Joseph Campo has a street name for himself as well, just about a mile from John R. to the east. But together with his uncle, Campo and Williams set off for Montreal in Canada to purchase supplies. Mr. John Williams gets into a bit of trouble. He actually gets into a fight and shoots Sir LaSalle and is jailed for 4 months for injuring this statesman. When he eventually gets out of jail, he makes his way back to Detroit and he kind of continues his illustrious career. He becomes an early trustee of the University of Michigan. Go Wolverines! He is the president of the Detroit Board of Education, and he is a delegate to the first Michigan Constitutional Convention. John R. Williams names John R. Street for himself. He also names Elizabeth Street for his daughter, Columbia Street after a street he lived in Albany, New York, and Forest Street for his niece. If you've got a weird street name in your neighborhood, put it down in the comments. If it's weird enough and strange enough and in Detroit, Highland Park, or Hamtramck, we'll do a bedtime story talking about those guys and award you with a big old pack of Detroit History Tour stickers. Thanks for sticking with us. We'll see you tomorrow at 8. Wash your hands.